Well, news just coming in. We are now learning, according to our sources, that Donald Trump will be announcing his bid to rerun for US presidency of 2024. Now, do remember that there has been talk about this for quite some time now, but the recent results of the midterm elections in the United States of America had put a spanner in the works, but now we are learning that the former US President Donald Trump may be tabling his 2024 White House bid very, very soon. We are also learning that that announcement could take place on Tuesday night. This, of course, is through an aide of his who seems to suggest that President Trump will be announcing on Tuesday that he will be running for president. Do remember that there has been a bit of up and down about it because he's been under criticism over the performance of the Republicans, which was supposed to be a red wave, but actually just was a bit of a ripple, really. Niranjan is joining us right now. Niranjan, so we are now perhaps looking at a confirmation to come in from Donald Trump that he will be rerunning for president. That's his White House bid for 2024.
Well, that's correct. And we have this information through our sources right now. And this is the big breaking news update coming in. Let me confirm to you that we have a confirmation. We have an official confirmation, in fact, through the Trump camp, of course. And we'd like to tell our viewers that this is breaking news update straight from Trump's camp. And we have now a confirmation that Donald Trump, the former US president, will be announcing his rerun for presidency in 2024. That's happening in less than 24 to 36 hours. It's a confirmation now coming in. You spoke about the performance in the midterm polls in the US. Nupur, you're right. May not have been up to the mark, but I think he's giving it one big shot for 2024, because the big buzzword in this midterm election has been Donald Trump, and that's a confirmation now coming in. I can tell you that this will be happening Tuesday 9 p.m. and 9 p.m. EST is when the confirmation is when the announcement will happen, and Trump will be making that announcement from Mar-a-Lago. That's happening tomorrow from Mar-a-Lago. We have a confirmation that tomorrow, Tuesday 9 p.m. EST, Donald Trump will be officially announcing his rerun for the 2024 elections. That's a big lead that we have because so far this has been a matter of speculation. People were speculating whether Donald Trump will be running again in 2024, but we have now a confirmation from the Trump camp that he will be announcing his rerun. His rerun has been announced, rather will be officially announced tomorrow, but we have a confirmation that it will be announced tomorrow, Tuesday 9 p.m. From Mar-a-Lago. So it will be Donald Trump once again. Who will be up against Donald Trump? Will it be Biden? Not so sure. Not so sure, but I think he's going for the jugular this time, and he's announced that he will be running for presidency. Of course, America has been split on this Republican versus Democrat debate ever since Donald Trump came into power. And many around the world, many analysts, and we'll try and get some of our experts on the phone line as well, so that we can get their perspective on the story, because it will be interesting to see what happens. Donald Trump himself has been taking a very pro-India stand, at least in speeches, in campaigns. When he speaks, he last week made a very, very interesting announcement that when he comes to power, he will recognize and build a Hindu Holocaust memorial. And this is something that the Republican Hindu Coalition, which is the RHC, which has been backing Donald Trump, has been saying. So he has been already openly seeking the support of the Indian community. I think something is changing around the world, and more leaders, especially in countries where there is a large Indian population, Indian diaspora, have realized the power of the Indian community. And that is why Donald Trump, who historically, by the way, shares a very close relationship with India, with Indians, with the Indian leadership. We still remember the entire reception that he got and that he gave, in fact, for the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, when the Prime Minister of India was there during the Howdy Modi visit. In fact, we had the opportunity to report live from there, Nupur. Huge event. and he's hugely popular among the Indian community as well. So This is a very, very interesting announcement that will be made tomorrow. And tomorrow, we are hearing that Donald Trump will be making that official announcement of the rerun for presidency. That's a big Republic exclusive. I can confirm to you this is something that that will be, of course, be broken by media networks around the world soon, because they have been speculating, but we are the first network to announce that he will be running for presidency. So we have a lot of commentators, a lot of voices now on the show. I think Major General G.D. Bakshi, retired, is joining us on the phone line. General Bakshi, good morning. Hearing that Donald Trump will make that announcement tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Tuesday night EST from Mar-a-Lago. As someone who has studied the defense ties, of course, between India and America, how do you think this is going to augur for Americans, and how will it be received? General Bakshi.
Look, America is a very sharply polarized society right now. And we've not seen this level of acrimony in democratic elections. There generally has been a bipartisan consensus, especially on issues of national security, etc. But all that has broken down. And we have a very sharp polarization between the Republicans and the Democrats. Who becomes the president is the choice of the people of the United States. But all that we would say that India has had good relations. Prime Minister Modi has had very good relations with all the successive presidents, starting from Obama onwards. But and we will be happy to work with whosoever is there. With Donald Trump, he had a very special relationship, and Donald Trump was very heavily set against China. He regarded China as the primary threat competitor, number one.
Yes.
And that we find has been diluted now because of the thrust back towards Europe. But hopefully that pendulum will swing the other way in case the people of the United States decide to make Donald Trump the president again. But he was very much against Pakistan, very fiddy, and had called them to account. So we, like I said, it is the choice of the people of the United States, and we will work with whosoever comes into the White House. Right now, it is Joe Biden.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. General Bakshi, thank you. And this is going to be a big announcement tomorrow from Mar-a-Lago. Donald Trump will be announcing his rerun for presidency in 2024. Will it be Joe Biden versus Donald Trump once again? And we all know what happened in 2020. Donald Trump was expecting a second term, did not happen. And even in the midterm elections as well, many observers feel there was no red wave that was expected, that was built up, anticipated. So in the middle of these results, which are now settled, I think Donald Trump making this announcement is going to be very significant. Republic TV has the details. And we've broken the details. Yes.
Ranjan, but before that, before he actually does go off in a runoff against the Democratic candidate, he's going to have to go through, Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, who's been talked about quite a bit. He's gathered a massive amount of support within the Republican base. Now, that's something that's not going to be easy either, because, he will need the minimum number of supporters within the Republicans. And it's now being seen that, there are a large number of people within the Republican Party who now feel that his time may be over.
Absolutely. Even the Republican Party has been split. Yes, you're right. And there has been a debate, in fact, in the last few days, ever since the midterm election results came out, on whether Donald Trump was as popular as anticipated. And the numbers telling a different story. But he's certainly a polarizing figure. Certainly someone who is very popular, and he's more or less the face of the Republican Party. And when he makes that announcement tomorrow night, 9 p.m. EST, will be interesting to see the responses even within the Republican Party. Let me go across to Madhav Nalapat, a very renowned voice, a strategic affairs expert. Madhav Nalapat, good morning. Sir, we are hearing that Donald Trump is going to announce, we have a confirmation from his camp that he will make that announcement tomorrow night at 9 p.m. in the US.
Yes, that's very, very likely. And the reality is that even though he is a polarizing figure, as you said, he is in many ways a divisive figure. Within the Republican base, he may have enough support to beat off any other challenger and emerge as the Republican nominee for the 2024 presidential election.
Well, do you think going by the results to the midterm elections, Madhav Nalapatji, and the fact that many anticipated a better performance, perhaps many arguing that the Trump is peaked. Do you think that's the reality?
Look, the fact is that Donald Trump's method is he loses, double the bet. So if he has got into some kind of a setback, double down on his messaging, and that's what he would like to do. And the fact is that the largest chunk of the Republican base still is loyal to him, with the consequence that those Republicans who openly go against him are going to face a very difficult situation. And for that reason, many of them do not go openly against him. Of course, I agree with you. He's going to be a person whom the Democrats are going to find it easy to beat, so long as Joe Biden does not stand again for the Democratic nomination. A candidate other than Joe Biden, a good candidate, would easily defeat Donald Trump.
Yes, yes. Very interesting next few days in American politics. It has been a very interesting last week already. Madhav Nalapat, thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. What we'll also do is we'll try and go across to Abhishek, but before that we'll have to take a short break. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll come back with the story. We have a confirmation from the Trump camp that he will be running in 2024. That's an official confirmation that we have, as per our sources, that Trump will make that announcement tomorrow night at Mar-a-Lago at about 9 p.m. EST. Interesting.